Now, most people love marshmallows and Nutella. So I'm going to mix them both together and make some fantastic Nutella flavoured marshmallows. G'day, welcome to Todd's Kitchen. Who doesn't love marshmallows? And who doesn't love Nutella? Both fantastic treats to have, but did you know that you can actually mix them both together and make a fantastic, delicious treat? So join me today as I make my version of Nutella marshmallows. And to ensure you don't miss any of my fantastic recipes, just make sure you click on that subscribe button and also hit the bell notification here and just click on send me notifications on this channel and save. And that way you'll never miss a single video of mine ever again. Because I've had so many people tell me how they're just not showing up in the subscription box anymore. And of course, don't forget to thumbs up this video. And that's honestly all I'll ask you to do, just to stay up to date with all my videos, and you won't be spammed with email. You'll only get an email when I upload a new video. Okay, so we're going to start this off with a mixing bowl. Now, it is a lot easier to use a stand mixer, but you can use a hand mixer as well. And you'll understand when I get to the final step on how much easier it is to use a stand mixer. But don't worry if you don't have one, because you can still use a hand mixer. So it's perfectly simple and works the same way. Just a bit easier. So into the mixing bowl, I'm going to place in 3 tablespoons, or about 3 packets of gelatine. And to that I'm going to add in half a cup of water. And we're just going to let that sit there, give the chance to the gelatine to soak up all that water, just so it's nice and soft. And for the second part of our prep, I'm going to use a baking dish. It doesn't have to be a baking dish, we just basically want something with some sides to it, and this is what we're going to put our marshmallow mixture into. So what I've done is I've just lined it with some non-stick baking paper. So just with, say, cooking spray oil or butter, just give it a quick grease. And with some powdered or icing sugar, we're just going to line the base with a generous amount. Basically what this does is it just stops the marshmallow from sticking to the paper. Because marshmallow, very sticky substance, which is why you really do need to make sure it's completely covered in our sugar. Otherwise you're going to have very sticky fingers. Okay, so next I have a pot on the stove and I have this on a medium to high heat. So to that I'm going to add in 1.5 cups of sugar. Now you're probably thinking, well, that's a lot of sugar, but now you know why it says on a lot of marshmallow packets 99% fat free. Because, well, it's pretty much 99% sugar. Then to that I'm going to add in half a cup of water, followed by 1 cup of corn syrup, also called glucose syrup. Now, if you can't find it, I'll leave a link in the description of this video and at the end on how to make your own. So just give that a quick mix around just to get it all combined. And while we're mixing it, just going to add some salt, and that'll just help enhance some of that flavour. So because we've added the corn syrup, you don't really need to worry about brushing the outsides. But we just want to slowly bring this up to the right temperature. If it boils too much, just turn it down to a medium. Like for example, right now it's starting to boil a bit too much, so I've just turned it down just a little bit. So it's starting to slow down a bit now. And we just want to bring it up to that desired temp. Okay, so as you can see, it is almost there. Now it should only take about 4 to 5 minutes, give or take, on a medium to high temperature. And unlike candy, you don't need to let it simmer a lot longer, because we really don't need that hard candy consistency. We're after that soft, fluffy marshmallow. Okay, so as you can see, it has just hit 240 degrees Fahrenheit, or about 110 Celsius, which is the soft ball stage. So that means we take it straight off the heat. Okay, so we have a mixer, and as you can see, the gelatine has completely dissolved into the liquid. Or I should say it's completely soaked up the liquid. So we're just going to turn our mixer on low and slowly pour in our sugar mixture. Now make sure it's on low. If you have it on high, the last thing you want is this stuff spitting straight at you, because it's incredibly hot and will stick to your skin, and well, it'll be off to the emergency room. So nice and slow, just till it's all in. And as a hint, you're going to see that there's still some sugar mixture left into the pot. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to fill that up with water And over the next half an hour, the water will just dissolve all the remaining sugar. So you're not trying to bash off any last bits of sugar that are left in the pan. It just makes life so much easier to clean the pot afterwards. Okay, so we're going to slowly bring it up a little bit faster. It's going to start to cool down and thicken. Now it's going to take about between 12 to 15 minutes. Just take it up a notch every, say, 1 or 2 minutes as it starts to thicken up. That way, there's no chance of it splashing onto you. Okay, so while that's mixing away as well, I've got about 4 tablespoons of Nutella. And I'm going to place this into the microwave for about 30 seconds, maybe 1 minute, see how it goes. So 4 tablespoons, 30 seconds, just so it comes out to a more liquidy stage. So when we mix it in, it's going to mix into the marshmallow mixture so much easier. You put it in like this, like a clump, it's just going to ruin the whole thing. So 30 seconds in the microwave, take it out. If it needs to be for another 30 seconds, don't be afraid to put in for another 30 seconds. Now as you can see, it is nice and fluffy. It is literally more than tripled in size, and that's exactly how you want it. It's full of air, it's really cooling down, and it's coming up to a perfect marshmallow consistency. Okay, so just to check, I know it's been a while, so just touch it. Yummy. Okay, so that's nice and cool. So, second last ingredient. Going to add about a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and I'm going to pour in our warmed up Nutella. And our marshmallow mixture is done. Okay, so we're just pouring in our marshmallow mixture straight into our pre-prepared pan. And just look at that marshmallow goodness. And again, to prevent the stickiness, we're just going to give it a light dusting in our powdered sugar, just to cover it up completely. Don't worry about using too much. As I said, it's already pretty much completely sugar anyway. So what's a bit more on top? But this will help it from sticking to your fingers. Okay, so once done, it's pretty simple. You can leave it at room temperature for about 4 to 5 hours or overnight. Or stick in the fridge for 4 hours as well. Either way, it's going to be ready. And all you have to do is simply take it out and cut it up. Okay, so I've just taken our marshmallow out of the fridge. I'm calling it a marshmallow because it's only one at the moment. So we just have to simply lift it out. Now, as you can see just from the side there, it's nice and fluffy. Now, there are a number of different ways you can cut it. You can use a knife, but I'm going to use a pizza cutter. I just find it so much easier. Quick coat in our powder. You won't get much on there, but this is a Teflon one, so it works better. So basically just going to slide it straight through. And how simple is that? As sticky as it is, it's still going to go. So you can make them as big as you like or as small as you like. And just do the same the other way. And it's that simple to cut up our marshmallows. And look at how deliciously fluffy these Nutella marshmallows have turned out. Now ideally you want to coat all sides in the powdered sugar. I simply haven't done that here just so you can see that Nutella colour. And trust me, you can really taste the Nutella flavour in these marshmallows. So you still have that traditional marshmallow taste, but with a hint of Nutella, and it works perfectly. They can add a little bit more Nutella if you choose, but honestly I think it's just the right amount, which is about 4 tablespoons. So again, make sure you give them a good coat in some powdered sugar so they're not so sticky on your hands. But honestly, regardless of whether you coat them or not, either way, these Nutella marshmallows are going to taste simply delish.